Hey there, and welcome to the Preventative Mental Health Show. You are tuned into a Motivation Maven episode. I'm Keisha, and I'm absolutely thrilled that you're with me, all tuned in. Today, we're diving into motivation and inspiration to combat procrastination. And guess what? We are not wasting any time. We're kicking off this show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I love that. I'm Keisha. For those of you who are new here, for those who I have not seen or heard from in months, I am so sorry. I missed you so very much. I can't tell you how excited I am to be sharing my weekly quotes with you again. Y'all, we started off 2 years ago as Keisha's House. Then we transitioned over to Keisha's House Motivation and Inspiration. Now we are the Preventative Mental Health Show. This season is just focused. I'm loving it. Just focused, intentional, and there's purpose and value, I hope. That is my goal. And I'm thrilled to just be with you again. So let's dive in. And now I cannot tell you how difficult it was to find the perfect quote to kick off the year. Now, I always say, do not aim for perfection because perfection is not attainable. It's not attainable. But I was trying really hard to find a quote that I just thought was going to be super impactful because I feel like that first quote of the year is just going to set the foundation. So we'll see. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about who the author is of the quote. I'm sure you've heard of him, but if not, don't worry. I'll tell you a little bit about him. And then I'm going to tell you the quote. But I'm also curious. I have a feeling you've already heard this quote, but you may not have heard the quote in its entirety, because I know that was the case for me. So let me know in the comments what you think about it. But let me tell you about Alexander Graham Bell, okay? So he was an inventor, a scientist, a teacher. He was born in Scotland, but what he is most known for is the invention of the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell. I'm pretty sure I learned that in school, but if you haven't, and if you didn't know, that is him, okay? He's one of the inventors when it comes to developing the telephone. So thank you. But this is his quote. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. I love all of these sounds. All right. This is the quote that's going to kick off this year for Motivation Maven under the Preventative Mental Health Show. And the quote is as follows. When one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which is opened for us. I'm going to say it again. When one door closes, another opens. Now, I'm sure you've all heard that. But what might be new to you is the follow-on. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which is opened for us. I love that quote to kick off this year. I'm sure we've all heard, like I mentioned before, when one door closes, another opens. But I know that there's times that we may really want something and that door is closed. But how long do we dwell on not getting that promotion? How long do we dwell on not getting that what we thought was our dream job? How long do we dwell on a relationship ending? How long do we dwell on an opportunity that felt like it was slipping by? How long? How long? You know, I feel like we can truly find motivation and inspiration anywhere, as long as we're willing to be open to accept it. And each morning as I'm doing my workout and I listen to different instructors, there's always this one instructor who shares this story about how they wanted so badly to go to the Olympics. And they worked for years to get there. And what's interesting about this story is that it's not new. Thousands of people want to go to the Olympics. They put hours and time in that no one will ever see for brief moments, whether they're in track and field or they're swimming or it's archery or whatever it is that their sport was. They put time, energy, effort, money into it, and they didn't make it. How many times have we seen and heard? And I feel like it's always a storyline in a movie. Someone's always talking about when I was in high school and I caught the winning football throw that just won the game. Like it's almost in every movie, right? Just this one moment happened and they're holding on to that one moment for decades. If you're so focused on that one moment, how many doors and opportunities have passed you by because you've just been gazing upon what you thought you had lost, when in actuality it could have been the opportunity that molded you for something new, for something better. But we just didn't take the time to see it. We didn't take the time to find it. I think that's so powerful. So powerful. You know, with every new year, it feels like a new beginning. And I love how, as a society, we've adopted partying into the new year. It's a celebration. Are we able to leave all of the hurt in 2023? Are we able to leave what may have felt like failure in 2023? Are we able to leave the closed doors in 2023 so we can focus on finding our new opening doors in 2024? And I said opening because we are only a few weeks into the new year. The doors that we may be looking for or not looking for may not yet be open. That's the other problem. We're impatient, aren't we? We're impatient. When a door closes, we want the next door to open immediately. Sometimes we have to stand in the corridor. Sometimes we have to stay there because the location or the opportunity just isn't ready yet. And that's hard for us, isn't it? Because instead of standing and waiting patiently and just strengthening our skills and evolving and just being open-minded and being present in that moment, we're either so focused on what's happening in the past and what door has closed, or we decide that we're going to bang the door open, or we go find the next closest door and we try to open it, and or we force our way in, and then we find ourselves in a place that we shouldn't even have been. Or that friend of ours who means so well, the people that we love who mean so well, they have a door that's opening for them. So instead of walking through their door, they're propping it open and they're calling you down the hall. And they're saying, come on in. My door's open, so you come too. Your door is for you. Your path is for you. Their door is for them. And their path is for them. And if you go through a door that's not for you, you may not fit. Let me say that again. If you go through a door that is not designed for you, you may not fit through it. And or you get through that door and there's not enough room for you. I think that's powerful. I think that's powerful. So how are you going to move into this new year? Can you make the commitment to say, I'm leaving the closed doors behind me, and I'm going to wait patiently for my new door to be assigned and opened? Because it may not happen at the same time. Your door may be assigned, but there might need to be some preparation that you need to do. Your door may start to open, but it may not be open enough yet for you to fit through it. You can see the opportunity and you know it's coming and you want so badly just to push it open, but it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. So what's the takeaway? What's the takeaway for this year? What's the takeaway for this week? Although it be a short one, what is the takeaway? Be patient. Be patient. It also says in his quote, he says, but we often look so long and so regretfully. Regretfully. If an opportunity is not for you, consider it a blessing in disguise. Consider it a blessing. Because your next door will open and it's going to feel right. It's going to feel right. And if it doesn't feel right away, and I know I struggle with this, I'll raise my hand. I get through the door, that new opportunity, and then I wonder if it's really for me. I start to question my ability to be there. I start to question my worthiness to be there. When you get to that new door and you enter it, don't second guess your worthiness. Don't think you're an imposter. Embrace the moment because that door opened for you. When you walked through it, you fit. And when you got in, there was room. When you got in, there was room. I don't know what 2024 is going to hold. I don't know what tomorrow is going to hold. And neither do you. But not only do I think we can hold on to this quote for the week, but I'm excited about standing on this quote for the whole year. So I hope you'll join me. We are moving into a new season, and I say it over and over again, a new season here at Preventative Mental Health, former Keisha's House Motivation and Inspiration, in a direction that is focused, in a direction that is purposeful, in a direction that I said, again, I hope brings value. It feels right. It feels right for me. And I hope it feels right for you. So that's the task this week. I always say, it's not easy. It's not easy, I know. But take some time. Let this quote sit with you this week. Meditate on it. Think about it. And see how you can incorporate it, not just for the week, but for the entire year. Because you might have caught yourself staring down that door that's closed last year. And I hope that this moment has sparked for you to no longer feel regret, but to walk away from that door and to start seeking out your new one. I'm so incredibly glad to be back here on the mic, sharing a quote, sharing from the heart what I hope is motivating and what I hope is inspiring for you. because I know it makes a difference for me. Because when this week gets challenging, because it will, when something reminds you of a used to be or once was, that you could say no more. No more will I regretfully focus on this door that is closed. I am going to seek out the door that is right for me. So till next time, remember you are always worthy of the life that you want to live.